So by the time you're bringing that food into the small intestines for absorption, it is neither alkaline anymore as you took it. It is neither acidic as you took it, because the pH has changed already from the gut and now it's changing to basic. And as it ends into the exit, these large intestines are acidic also. So again, another change of pH. So what are you telling me when you tell me if I eat alkaline diets, they will actually make my pH in the system alkaline? The effects of this calcium that is being deposited in the heart to give you arrhythmias, being deposited in your blood vessel to give you hypertension, being deposited in your kidneys to give you kidney stones. It is also deposited in the eye to give you something that is called cataracts. This is when your grandparents or your father goes to hospitals and they are told they have to peel off the eyes. Have you ever seen that? I have seen people going to hospitals and they are told, we are going to remove that web. They call it a web. Let's go and peel this web. And when you peel it, you recover your eyesight. Now they peel it once, you even see more blood vision. Next time you're back to the hospital, they want to peel another one and tell you now you have, these are, these people were unable to treat your eye problems that are caused by sugar and caused by the calcium that is being deposited in the eye. And now, those are two eyes that they were unable to treat. And now they want to give you 2 more eyes in form of spectacles so that you have 4. Now you have 4 useless eyes. Okay, they were unable to treat 2. Now you have 4. So instead of just treating the cause, they want to add you 2 more eyes. Like, I am tired. I used to think, gone are the days that I used to think that people who put on spectacles are very bright. Did you have the same notion that we used to believe that those people who put on spectacles, my friend, these are the brightest? Yeah? The brightest in your class. That gentleman who put on spectacles actually looked the brightest. Underline the word looked. That lady who used to put on spectacles all the time, they are wiping the spectacles. They're the ones who looked brighter. It's only now that we are realizing, hey, the system set them up for failure. Yeah. So those heart diseases that you're getting is the calcium trying to alkalize the system. So now let's question the alkalinity of the foods. Huh? Okay. So each and every part of your system, starting from the mouth, has a different pH. You get to the stomach, you have an acidic pH. So tell me if we are all thinking. Remember we said around the cells or in blood, we need a pH of 7.35 to about 7.45. Near neutral. And then inside the cell, we need a pH of 6.5, which is acidic, a slightly acidic environment, right? So if you remember those two, now let's question the alkaline diets. They tell you that making the system alkaline will actually protect you from cancer, from diseases, from mucus, and from what else? And from the yeast infection. Very true, because those diseases survive under the acidic pH of 5.5. So at least we have an answer for that one. However, telling me that alkaline diets will actually change my system to be alkaline, that's a lie. We will introduce a lie detector test here. It's a lie. Because if you take, let's say, some of those foods that are basic or acidic, let's say like the lemon that is actually victimized for being acidic all the time, and that those people who have gastritis should never take lemons because they will go into hyperacidity. Acidic foods will mess up your stomach. It's another lie. So let's take, for example, that lemon that you consider acidic, or let's say that that's soda. So you take a lemon that is slightly acidic, and then that lemon, you take it. By the time that lemon is getting to the stomach, is it still acidic? Yes, because your stomach pH is still acidic, okay? But by the time this lemon is getting into your small intestines for absorption, is it still acidic when the pH of the small intestines is basic? Is it? Are you seeing where I'm coming from? So when you tell me that if I take bicarbonates, I will end up absorbing bicarbonates to make my pH around the cells alkaline. So basically my blood pH will be alkaline. You're lying to me in broad daylight, because you're telling me that I will take bicarbonates and absorb bicarbonates. But reality is, this bicarbonate, the first encounter, it will be an acid. Therefore, there will be neutralization. That bicarbonate does not exist anymore. When it gets in contact with the HCl in the stomach, it is not a bicarbonate anymore. So your alkaline foods, once they get into the stomach, they encounter an acidic environment. There will be a reaction. Do you need rocket science to understand acid and base reactions? We don't. So no single diet, and by the way, it's not about the pH of the foods that make the foods healthy or that make the foods protect us. It is the nutritional value of these foods. Do they have amino acids in form of proteins? Do they have carbohydrates in form of fiber? Do they have fats, the essential fats? If they don't, whether they are alkaline or acidic, they are useless foods. Feed your system with nutrient-dense foods and not a balanced diet. A balanced diet is a creation of the food industry. Your body is not interested in how much food you're eating. It is interested in how much nutrients are present in that food that you're eating. So somebody who just ate eggs plus the yolks or the liver with vegetables and an avocado is way better than somebody who took a whole load of ugali plus 2 pieces of meat and some vegetables. So when you're told to eat a balanced diet, ask that gentleman one question. How will my body know that what I've put on this plate is the balanced diet? Because the body will ask for what it needs according to the deficiency. So how will I know that my body needs vitamin D in this equal amount? How will I know how much the body will absorb from the food that I've eaten? Therefore, trying to focus or trying to condition your body to think that what you put on that plate is the balanced diet is useless. That is one. Number two, how can it be a balanced diet when we have one macronutrient being more than the other? Look at most people. You eat ugali plus vegetables. Others eat vegetables plus ugali. So which means one is the bigger portion. So how is it balanced? You cannot dictate what the body wants. The body knows what to do. Feed it with nutrient-dense foods. It will take the nutrients from that food and it will use that to balance hormones. It will use that to heal. It will use that to activate every system and repair every worn-out tissue in your system. And that's how the body is. So use nutrients that work with the body, not against the body. So as you eat that acidic food, by the time it's getting to be absorbed in the small intestine, it's not acidic anymore. Number two on these alkaline diets, we say the body has different pH. In the stomach is highly acidic. As it gets into the duodenum and the small intestine, the pancreas is producing bicarbonate ions. Why? Because these bicarbonate ions are the ones that are supposed to neutralize the acid that is coming with food from the stomach. So it's neutralizing that. So you're trying to tell us that the body does not know what it's doing. It is actually trying to tell the system, don't bring an acid into the small intestine because this here is a basic environment. If you bring acids here, you will create a wound here, and that's the duodenal ulcer. You will bring me issues here, and that is inflammatory bowel syndrome or ulcerative colitis. I'm already telling you how to fix those things. Simply make sure that the body is fed with the nutrients it deserves. So the bicarbonates that are coming from the pancreas are the ones that neutralize any slight acid that is coming with food into the small intestines. So by the time you're bringing that food into the small intestines for absorption, it is neither alkaline anymore as you took it. It is neither acidic as you took it because the pH has changed already from the gut and now it's changing to basic. And as it ends into the exit, the large intestines are acidic also. So again, another change of pH. So what are you telling me when you tell me if I eat alkaline diets, they will actually make my pH in the system alkaline? Another good lie. So wake up. If you want to be safe, concentrate on whole foods, concentrate on walking and exercise, concentrate on sleeping, ease stress, enjoy the sun, take cold showers. It is that simple. The diet, rehydration with water and salt, exercise in form of walking, sleep or rest, ease stress in your system. And then tell me about how bad your system is. Because the system is designed to actually fix you. So fix it and then it will fix you. Good. So as we continue, let me just finish this up. So let me read to you some of the alkaline foods that exist and that you don't know. So these are the foods that you're told. When you eat these ones, you're going to, the vegans, like when you eat these, you're going to make your system alkaline and therefore you're going to kill cancer. Dark and green leafy vegetables. So the spinach, the kale, the mrenda, the whatever, they are here under dark and green leafy vegetables. Number 2 is the lentils. Now, most of the times I discourage you from eating the grains because plants produce anti-nutrients, and unless you're soaking these lentils properly, and again, unless you have nutrient deficiencies that directly require you to eat the lentils, don't. Stay away from the grains. Soy products, again, are part of the alkaline diets, but the soy products, we already said we are not eating any soy because soy is a problem to our system. By the way, soy was never a problem earlier because soy is a plant-based estrogen. The problem came in when they started spraying this soy with the glyphosates and those herbicides, and then they actually made the soy to be resistant to these herbicides. When they did that, they altered the structure of the nutrients and the starch in these products, in these foods, and that became a serious problem. So this soy, let it go. Millet is part of the alkaline foods. Amaranth. And millet and amaranth, when they mix together and you make that uji or that uji for your child, they are very good. So millet, amaranth. We also have the almonds, the almond nuts, and we have the most of the seeds, the chia seeds, the black cotton seeds, and all that are actually present in the alkaline diets. The most interesting one is the fruits. Most fruits are actually alkaline. But you see, for fruits for us, we said no fruits because of the sugar, and the modern fruits are actually highly adulterated. So you simply should avoid the fruits if you're trying to lose weight, to recover from chronic conditions, and to prevent yourself or lead a healthy life, except an avocado, okay? Also, in the alkaline diets, what else do you have? No, I think those are the best ones and the most commonly consumed. But this is the point. On the acidic foods, we have all that have sulfur, that have chlorine, and they have phosphorus. So sulfur, chlorine, and phosphorus. If you realize, this is basically the protein diets, right? Because the ones that have the sulfur and the nitrates and the chlorine, okay? But meat is there. Of course, as number 1 on the list, meat has to be present. We have the refined sugar, which is, so you see now, sugar is already acidic even before it's converted to more acids. We also have hybridized wheat. Now, hybridized wheat is the problem because the modern wheat that we are consuming is totally hybridized. The structure of the starch in it is actually altered and converted to GMO. The gluten in it is actually hybridized, and that brought a lot of problems because when you eat wheat, we all know, when you eat your chapati and tea in the morning, 2 hours down the line, you're bloated, but you're yawning, you want more because of the addiction that comes with wheat. Okay, the gastritis is going to disturb you, so you'll need an omeprazole. And then the brain fogging, you start losing memory just because you ate wheat. You're trying to concentrate, nothing is happening. So drop bread, drop mandazis, drop the pasta, drop the spaghetti, stop eating chapati, let them go. And then we also have caffeine. Most of the caffeinated drinks, the coffee, the energy drinks that you take all the time, those are acidic. Don't forget soda is here also. Okay? Yes. Then we also have alcohol and tobacco. Those are acidic. They are not foods, of course, but they are acidic things that can actually mess up your system. And then you have the grains and the legumes. Most of the legumes are also here. Okay? So remember, grains are also existing on the other side in form of lentils. Okay, alkalines. So there are foods also that have both the pH. They can experience, most people, if you eat tomatoes, you can either get an acidic environment or a basic environment, depending on how your gut is. So those that exhibit all the pH on an extreme scale is the tomatoes. They experience both alkaline and basic pH. We also have the bell peppers. We also have the eggplant and the Irish potato. Now you know the acidic foods that you mostly consume. Now you know the basic foods that you mostly consume. So these are the questions that I'm asked most often when I'm talking about the alkaline diets and all this. Question 1, do alkaline diets work? Now, do you think they work? If you're trying to use alkaline diets to get an alkaline pH to solve your problems in form of diseases, they will not work. And the answer is very simple. We already said that the body exists in different pH levels, from the mouth to the stomach to the small intestine to the large intestines. So by the time that food is being absorbed, it's not the same food that you ate. Good. So 1, do alkaline diets work? We already answered that question. And of course, we've said that acidic pH 5.5 is where all the diseases and the cancer and the fungal infections survive. But the question is this: if you're trying to give an argument about those the alkaline diets, simply look at it this way. Proteins, when they are broken down, they are amino acids. So we absorb amino acids. Don't absorb meat. When you eat meat, you absorb amino acids. Underline the word acids. You absorb amino acids. So if you tell me you want a basic environment in my system, you are basically telling me not to eat meat. Where will I get the amino acids to form amino acid neurotransmitters and hormones? Where will I get the amino acids to form structural proteins that will repair my muscles? Where will I get them from? That is another question that you have to ask you if you're telling me to go for the vegan diets. Number two, your DNA is deoxyribonucleic acid. Your DNA is acidic. So you're telling me if I make my environment to be basic, nothing will actually work for me, including my DNA. That A is for acid. So allow me to know if there's a D and B for basic. Okay? So at least let's be generous, but let's also make sense when you're trying to share information. So if you're telling me to stop eating these other foods, because I have a problem with when the vegan diets people, the ones who support the vegan diet, start telling us that meat is bad and you should not eat meat, and meat will stay in your stomach for 8 hours without digestion. So they are actually focusing the energy on demonizing meat instead of focusing the energy on telling me the benefits of their vegan diets. Once you start focusing your energy on telling me to stop what I've been eating so that I can buy your idea, I started thinking, we are not okay here. Please tell me, these are the benefits of alkaline diets. This is how they work. This is how they get into the system and make the system alkaline. I will start buying your idea. But if you come to me and start telling me, hey, your father is the problem. Your father is the problem. I'm like, where is the problem? Where is the... Okay, so don't demonize other diets to market other diets. We don't demonize salt so that we can market sugar. Don't do that. That's the food industry menace. We want to actually tell people that if sugar is the best, it's because it does this and this and this, and this is how it works. And then now I encourage you to eat sugar instead of telling you to eat salt and not to eat these other ones. Okay? So that's the best thing to do. So that was just me explaining to you how our system takes foods. We absorb amino acids, which are acids. Our DNA is acidic. And also, our kidneys need an acidic environment to function. Why? Because urine is acidic. Do you know why urine is slightly acidic? Because bacteria in the bladder, in the urethra, and in the ureters, they cannot survive under acidic pH. So that urine has to be acidic so that it clears the bacteria that want to survive in that environment. So the body is designed perfectly. Okay? So imagine that. Imagine if your urine came out alkaline. Every bacteria that survives in an acidic environment will actually conquer you, because that acid is, no, in the basic environment will actually conquer you, because that acid is coming in to clear the bacteria that are basically lining that wall that can cause your urinary tract infection. So your kidneys need it. You also need the acidic environment so that you can actually reabsorb potassium to help your heart in functioning. You actually need a slightly acidic environment to send calcium into the bones. Do you remember when we said when you get into alkalosis, you're actually starting to bone resorption, to just bring the calcium from the bone back into the blood. And once you've retained or you've taken back your normalcy, the homeostasis, this calcium has nowhere to go. So it has to be pumped into the same bones to form that scarring on the bones. It has to be sent into the blood vessels, the heart, the kidneys, and all over the body, including the eye, to bring you the cataracts. So are we learning something here now? So simply remember this. For you to lead a healthy life, number one, diet is very important. Don't concentrate on carnivore diets. Don't concentrate on vegan diets or whatever. You can actually combine them, because your body is the one that speaks to you. So your body will decide what you do best with. So simply combine the vegetable diets to get the nutrition from the vegetables, the vitamins, the micronutrients, to get also even that acidic pH that you want. If at all you are a vegan diet, or the alkaline pH that you want. So eat vegetables to get the fiber, get the vitamins and other minerals from that vegetable. Okay? Eat the meats so that you get the essential amino acids to make hormones and neurotransmitters and to repair your muscles. So enjoy the organ meats, enjoy all meats, red and white. Make them fatty, because we don't want to overeat protein, because when you overeat protein, you will end up converting it to glucose, and that's a problem. Eat the nuts to get the minerals and the fats from the nuts. Eat avocados, the only fruit, because it has all the micronutrients that you need from a fruit. And then fast. At least give your gut time to digest, absorb, assimilate, and rest. Now cleans up. Once you do that, now you can bring in new food. And then push a prolonged fast also, so that you clean your cells from any toxins that you've taken through these diets. And then rehydrate with water and add salt, because too much hydration, you will end up getting dehydrated. Add a pinch of salt in your drinking water. Each and every time you drink that water, add a pinch of salt. And then make sure that your stress levels are near zero. Lower stress in your life. If there's a spouse stressing you, please press next. If your job or your boss is stressing you, you can do better. Your health is your first wealth. Your job is not your first wealth. Your health is your first wealth. Ease the stress so that you ease the cortisol and your body can easily adapt. Enjoy natural therapies like walking barefoot, like enjoying the sun, like taking cold showers, like fasting. Fasting is free. You will save a lot of money through fasting actually. You don't need to eat every time. And then sleep to rest, but sleep after an exercise. Go and possibly take a walk, go to the gym and lift about 3 times a week, have a rest in between, and sleep, because you gain much when you're resting than when you're working out.